Hello, and welcome to our class today. As you can probably tell by the title of the presentation, we're going to be talking about nonprofits, specifically on what is a nonprofit and what are the benefits of nonprofits. Now, this may seem like a simple outline of the lecture. What we will be talking about towards the end is what is the use of nonprofits and is there actually a use for them? As you can tell by the name of a nonprofit, the company does not take a profit. They're also tax exempt from the United States federal government. However, usually these nonprofits focus on social justice issues. These social justice issues can go from housing insecurity, food insecurity, health and wellness, LGBTQRC health and rights, minority rights as well. A couple of examples may include community theaters, Greek life on college campuses, Big Brother, Big Sister programs inside of local communities, your local animal shelter communities. And as we go on, I want you to think of some of the nonprofits that you can think of and that you may even gotten services from as well. To the right is just a simple diagram of the amount of nonprofits and the percentages that go towards that issue. So as you can see, the most of them go to human services, 17.1% go to education, as well as public and societal benefits. So what's the use? As we talked about a little bit earlier, they fight against or help promote a social justice issue. This could be directly going into the communities and helping these people out, or it could be making it more well known through social media. They can help provide immediate relief or advocate for long-term relief. I'll just give a few examples of what immediate relief and long-term relief could be as. Immediate relief would be like you going into a soup kitchen on a Thursday afternoon and helping serve people who cannot afford meals. That's immediate relief. That person's hungry, they go in there, they're not hungry when they come out. However, that person most likely is going to be going back there the next day. So another thing that it is called long-term relief. One of my friends from high school, his name's Nathan Anderson. He is an engineering student at Calvin College. What he decided to do is go help make sesame seed oil in the South Sudan. In the South Sudan, their largest part of their economy is making sesame seeds. However, they don't have the economic infrastructure to make sesame seed oil, which is used around the world and which is more profitable than sesame seeds. So what him and a couple other engineering students are doing are trying to find a way to make sesame seed oil in those areas. That would be considered long-term relief. That'll bring more economic benefits and more money to that community, to the farmers, and to the people that help make that community thrive. They also may be incorporated into the political realm. A lot of nonprofits lobby at state legislators and city halls, and also as high up as the United States federal government, along with the UN. So as you can see, nonprofits can be from local to international. Some nonprofits may be working on a community base. Other nonprofits may be working on a domestic or even international basis. The diagram at the bottom, you'll see different elements of those nonprofits. For example, you have advocacy and policy that we talked about today. Most nonprofits are comprised of a board that is either elected or appointed. You also have developmental skill, human resources, leadership, and employment resources if you want to work for those nonprofits, along with volunteer management, which is a huge part of nonprofit work when you try to get people from the community or outside of the community to come in and help volunteer. Here are some large-scale national and international examples. For example, you have the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which helps provide research and services to children with diseases such as cancer. You also have the American Cancer Society. You may know this as Relay for Life in your local communities. This organization helps sponsor cancer research and services to those affected by cancer so that they may be able to find a cure for cancer. Live Strong is another one of them, founded by Lance Armstrong, excuse me. Yeah, and then you go into some local nonprofits. So as you can see, local nonprofits are a little bit different. Some nonprofits, such as Ypsilanti Meals on Wheels, is a part of a larger national organization of Meals on Wheels. However, this is just a local chapter that helps provide services to the community. Right next to it, you have the Ozone House, which provides housing and services for homeless youth, especially those a part of the LGBT community, which has a high homeless rate. Along with this, and just in the Ypsilanti community, you have a group called Growing Hope. Growing Hope is able to provide healthy food services at local food markets inside of the Ypsilanti community. They just built and opened their own food market area in downtown Ypsilanti. They also provide educational services and tools to build your own healthy foods in the area. So these are just some examples of some local nonprofits that are right next door to us that affect people around us every single day. And then we also have some examples of large-scale national and international nonprofits. But the real question I want to ask the class today is working for nonprofits worth it? We have a video on the screen by William McGaskill. He kind of talks about, is there a use of working for a nonprofit? A politician or someone with a lot of money could possibly make more of an impact on that issue just by what they do. For example, a politician may be able to pass legislation that goes against a social justice issue or fights a social justice problem. You also have someone with a lot of money. One person, like he says in his lecture, is Bill Gates. Bill Gates donates hundreds of millions of dollars. He even started his own foundation. These types of people are making huge aspects, are making huge donations, and they're making huge contributions to these social justice issues. So what is the difference between someone who may be working in a nonprofit field? That's just one of the questions that comes up when you think about a nonprofit. Another question that may just go further is, why should I donate food to a food kitchen when that same person is going to be going back the next day or the next week? While I was in Boston for an alternative spring break, there's a lot of food kitchens in that area. I helped work at one of them, and they talked about how some of these people know that, Thursdays I go to the Baptist church on the corner, and then Fridays I may go to the local high school or the local school where they're giving out sack lunches. These people who are in need of food know these kind of things, and they keep going back every single day. So is that making an actual push for change? Like we talked about earlier with my friend Nathan Anderson, he's trying to make legitimate change. Instead of just donating food or donating money or donating clothes to those people in Africa, he wants to make sustainable change. That's what people are looking for. The goal of nonprofits, especially in the local community, is to bring immediate relief. Is to help bring people together to help fight a social injustice. But a lot of times that just turns into immediate relief that the person needs for the next day. So a question that I want you all to think about is, maybe nonprofits aren't the end, but are they the beginning of something else? And so that's our lecture for today. Here are the credits from some of the websites I got some of the information on and some of the pictures from in the lecture. If you have any questions, just feel to comment below or just ask me. Thank you.